You know what? This thing's been recording this one. Yeah, it sure has.
Did you turn that on?
No, Barry did.
Barry did?
Yeah. Oh, we have plenty of film now. It wasn't.
My foot is soaked clear to the from Jack.
Yeah, that's you all to pieces.
Yeah, that's right. I don't care.
Now see, my
He
kids,
could have soaked me
my
clear
kids
to
got
the
feet more
bone.
like little Leroy's. Their big toe's the tallest, and they go straight across like them. They have Flintstone feet.
Well, I saw that toe and I said, that looks like mine.
Well, everybody gives me a hard time about my toes, so I'll do everything with my toes.
No,
I'll pinch with
you
my
have
toes.
beautiful feet, girl. You have beautiful feet.
Well, not that.
You take the other one off now too, huh?
I'm going to take it off so I don't have to put the other one back on.
See, we got this toe that's the longest. You have to be careful when you buy your shoes because that toe will.
Well, if you want a copy of this videotape, Jason forgot to shut it off.
My kids don't have.
Oh,
So
I
I just filmed an
definitely
extra hour.
I definitely want
It's probably no pictures, but you hear everyone
a copy
talking.
of whatever it is. I definitely want it. I have a Labor Day tape like that where I had it set up on a tripod and forgot it.
That deal in the wall field is to get in a fight like that, because then you got a long ways ahead of you to live it down.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that night of going in, if you remember, we had a little talk. Spence was going to run them both off. That's all together. And they took their bags in with them, both of them did. You know, their clothes.
Yeah.
And then we had a little talk going in. And so we decided, well, you guys are going to work and you're going to get along. If you don't, you go. But you know, just ask back out.
We both needed a job, you know. Me and the other boy both needed a job. And so they let us go ahead and work, providing I kept my temper down and he kept his mouth.
And he kept his down.
Yeah.
What was that guy's name that when I worked for you? What was that guy's name? Throws the chain. That had that crippled up arm. I want to say that was Al. Al Richardson. Al Richardson. And I want to throw that chain goddamn bad.
No, you didn't.
Oh yeah, I wanted
You
to.
did.
I wanted to throw that chain. And we worked over there at Santa Maria, and Dale was having trouble keeping hands on the rig. And he kept, and I said to him, we went over there, you know, I said, God damn it, Dale, I'll do anything. Don't treat me like family. Treat me, you know, like anybody else. Just work my ass off. Well, shit, I wish I'd never said that.
You lost 30 pounds.
I lost 30 pounds in 30 days. He worked my ass off. But we were pulling doubles every 2 or 3 days.
Me and you were.
Me and you were, yeah.
That company man come out there and
Okay, you guys, it's
Al was-
real good. I'll let you use some of my cowboy bubble bath. See there, the beans? Cowboy bubble bath. Directions: soak beans overnight. Cook 6 hours. For best results, eat 1 hour before bath. If bubbles are not satisfactory, next time eat more beans.
Or a little sooner.
Troy brought me from the purple outfit, and this is the senior citizen money clip. Penny in a paper clip.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool.
And I like that bubble bath.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Or you can put your bubble bath in there and eat your beans, and then you really have a bath.
I told old Tom where if he worked for me 30 days, I'd get 10 pounds off of him. He worked for me 30 days and I got 30 pounds.
That's pretty
Yeah, he did. And he didn't tell me I had worked for somebody else. Shit, there was towers that I pulled doubles on that he wasn't there, you know. Well, them old boys over there could be a little mean, a little ornery. And I was a little wormy. They'd be down there with a goddamn wrench, tightening up the bolts on the blowout equipment. Just go down and, you know, make sure the blowout equipment's tight. So I go down, I tighten up the blowout equipment. Well, ain't none of that shit. It ain't too tight. I'm just wormy. You know, they're just exercising me. And I don't think Dale was there the night that they tied my foot, put a noose around my foot. And I was sitting up there on that catwalk in front of that big radiator. front of that diesel Strawworks engine. And once they got that noose around my neck, then they hit my head, they hit my hard hat with that ball peen hammer. Well, shit, off there I come. Just off of there I come. Right out of the goddamn mud.
Damn Christy.
Mad, oh shit was I mad. But I made it. I made a hand too. While I was there, I made a hand.
Damn sure did.
Never wanted to go back though, huh?
I ain't never been back.
But
And
Well,
desperation would
he
never
hit the
take
whole
me.
damn bunch. He went to work in that oil field, still in love with it. I hated it from the day I started to the day I quit. And I worked in it, what, 10 years? Never did like it.
Dale loved it.
That job being old Tom was on over there, that old Al Eaton was drilling over there, and another guy was drilling over there.
Albert.
And that pusher we had, he didn't know himself nothing. And this company man was having a hell of a time keeping circulation. So I went to him and I told him, I said, why don't you go get some lime? We'll just mix up some lime and a little bit of gel and put it in there, clabber that up, and we'll carry what it was coal, just chunks of coal that we were circulating out. I told him, well, just get some lime out of it. And he said, you think it'll work? And I said, I'm pretty sure. Well, why don't we try it?
See
So
what
we
else.
did. This company man drove up out there the next morning, one morning there, and he said, come over here, Mooney, get the car. I got the car with him. He had one of the coffee pots and poured me a cup of coffee. We sat there and drank that, and our pusher come up. He said, boy, I'd like to have a cup of that coffee, and that company man said, I just run out. He had a whole damn pot full of coffee there. Yeah, he said, I just run out. He didn't like it pusher at all. He asked me, why ain't you pushing tubes on this rig? I said, I ain't no tube pushing. He said, you know more than that, son, because no, I ain't pushing tubes on this rig. So we went down there at the stayed at old Irene's place down there. Go down there. I got a particular old Tom. Boy was on Morning Tower there. And old Eddie Arnell told us, said, hey, go in and make yourself at home. But he said, eat a lot of them hot peppers. He said that, you know, wintertime,
Winter.
it was cold over there in the coast anyway.
It
For us.
rained goddamn near every day we were over there, Dale.
It was cold over on the coast.
Especially at
there.
night.
Anyway, we wasn't used to that weather over on the coast.
Tom said you made to me over there.
And old Tom would come in there, the couches. He'd just go in there and just get down on his knees, lay his head on the couch. He was so tired, give completely.
Almost give out.
Tom was about 18.
I was 20.
Oh, you was that old?
Yeah. Big boy then.
I just come in and get on my knees and inch up to that couch and lay down and then just roll over and cover up and lay right there on the floor in front of that heater.
I know Eddie Arnell tell us, now boys, you're gonna have to eat a lot of them peppers, you know, to stay warm. Well, we bought a big old goddamn jar of them hot peppers, and we'd eat them hot peppers. I told them boys, them damn hot peppers ain't doing me no good. I'm gonna have to get me a jug of whiskey. So we all got a jug of whiskey to take a little shot of that before we go to bed.
I didn't need a goddamn thing
Old
before I
Tom, he
went to
didn't
bed.
do nothing. He just walked in there and sat down on his knees and laid his head on that couch. He was out. What time we wasn't doubling over.
Well, and that was the, you know, whether we did or whether we didn't, that was the way it was. I'd lay down there and go to sleep, no dinner, no nothing. Wake up the next morning, go to work. Sometimes we had time for breakfast. That was a really good time when we had time for breakfast. I thought this was going to be a wonderful day. I don't give a damn if we have to make a round trip. This is a wonderful day. We have time for breakfast.
Boy,
it's the little things, you know, in life.
You ought to seen it from me and Buren and your brother-in-law and Barry where'd we go?
Oh, somewhere up north there. I don't know.
Geyserville.
Huh?
Geyserville?
No.
No.
It's just up 99 a ways up there.
Yeah,
Okay.
went up there. Buren said, well, let's just go up there and you get us a job. So we went out there on a big rig. I hired out for a driller, and Buren was going to work Derek. Your brother-in-law was going to work on the floor, and Barry was going to throw the chain. I'm telling you, Buren, he wouldn't work. He got sick, because I knew he wasn't going to go up in that tall dirt.
I did. I got sick. Boy, that gut went.
He got sick and went home. Your brother-in-law, he worked 2 days, didn't he?
Yeah, he just did. Well, he's a barber.
My brother-in-law. Who are we talking about?
Jim Markham.
No way!
Yeah. He worked 2 days. He said, I just didn't realize people worked this hard.
Yeah.
And old Barry was having a ball.
All he'd ever done in his life was
Old
barber.
Barry was having a ball. We come out of the hole with it, about 6,000 feet deep. Come out of the hole with that pipe, and old Jim, he'd give completely out. And we got it out of the hole, and he said, what are we doing now? And Barry said, well, we're going to change the spit, and then we're going to run it back in the hole. He said, all of this pipe? Barry said, yeah. Showed him how to do it, you know. This was the first day. And we got about halfway in the hole. He said, I just don't think I can finish this. He said, no, I just don't think I can make it. And Barry was just cutting up with him, said, you know, just kept on. Said, well, Jim, listen, just play.
It's just fun.
And old Barry, he was having a ball, you know, and he got in the hole, all got the Kelly on, and started drilling, and Barry told him, he said, Jim, you better rest for about 15 minutes. We're going to pull all that pipe back out of the hole.
Oh, shit, he went home.
Man, I'm telling you. Yeah. Old Barry was just kidding with him, you know. But the next day, we come out there, they was out of the hole when we got there. So we run it in the hole. That evening when we got off, we had to take Jim to the bus station to get the bus. He said, there ain't no way.
I did not remember him working with you guys.
Yeah, he's done this for a day or two. Well, he came out here. That's when
I
Carol
didn't remember it.
I think that's when Carol had left him and come out to California. She'd left his ass. Say, I was working construction down there, and he wanted me to help him to get something to do. And so
You brought him up to me.
We'll call Dale. Get him in that oil field. I thought maybe I'd get him started in the oil field, and he may like it.
He said there ain't no days like this. I just didn't believe people worked this hard.
He said the same thing when he worked with me, with us down there in the construction. Well, he was a barber. Yeah. What do you expect out of a barber?
Yeah.
He just been raised up a big old lord-ass kid and had never done anything.
Never had to work like we did. I remember one time we was out there in that damn potato field. I'm irrigating. And I'm watching them guys out there. Old Tom swamping. He's about 16, I think. And I think he's swamping on them damn trucks. He loaded about 2 or 3 of them trucks and then run clear to the other end of the field to get him a Pepsi Cola.
Yeah.
And this old boy showed up out there. I'm still irrigating out there in that field, and all of them done left. But they still got potatoes in the field. And this old boy drove up out there just by himself, wanted to load that truck, and asked me if I'd help him. Yeah, I'll just load that truck, no problem. Yeah. My nephew, he's 16, he loaded that truck. I never was so damn tired in my life. I'm telling you, I helped him on that truck, load that damn loaded truck, and I'd have to stop every once in a while and just rest.
Well, you have to
And
know.
I was a young man back in them days.
You have to know what you're doing to lift him stuff.
Damn right.
Field run on potatoes at that time was about 110 pounds. Field run. 100 pounds easy on them stuff.
I don't remember.
The guy said they had to be 100 pounds or better to make a living.
Put some ice in
Is that about right, Dad?
No, you're way wrong.
Am I? Okay, thank you. 80 pounds.
60 to 75 pounds.
Okay, all right.
Hey,
All
Tom.
Yeah,
Did you need
that's
some more?
true. Because if you'll remember, son, now that's a 100-pound potato sack.
You're right.
And
It was a 100-pound
it's not
sack.
Yeah.
You're right. 60, 70 pounds.
Yeah.
That's right. They had to field run
Let me
60,
tell
70
you
pounds.
something, though. When you start setting them suckers up on a truck, and that truck don't stop, it just keeps moving.
Oh, yeah. It never shuts
It never
down.
stops.
It was a 100-pound sack. Field run had to be 60, 70
They
pounds.
wanted 65 pounds in it.
I think you're right.
Hey, what I done? I bought a 5-ton Chevrolet truck. Well, I bought a
A
KW.
5-pound?
Bought a KW, an 81 or 82 model KW. Good truck. I traded it for a 5-ton diesel truck, and then I had a flatbed built on. Took that son of a bitch back to Oklahoma, and I borrowed a hay loader to go on the side of it, you know, to load, because I had my trailer on behind my truck, and I borrowed this hay loader to go on. And the old boy said, well, hell, why don't you just buy that? And I said, well, what do you want for it? And he said, $100, and I gave him $100 for this hay loader. Me and Anna took that sucker in Allegheny and Doris, took it out there to Shawnee. We bought 500 bales of alfalfa hay out in the field and hauled it and put it in his barn. 500 bales of alfalfa and brought it down and put it in my barn. And Anna was driving the truck. And I got that pickup on there, and me and Al was up there stacking hay. Throw it right up there to you. Now let me tell you something. I told her she never did find first gear on that truck. And that damn hay come up there just like that, and me and Al trying to stack it. We don't know how to stack hay. You know, we ain't stacking hay in years. And we packed that damn hay and hauled it down to his place and put 500 bales in his. And the last load, I had my truck and trailer and my brother's 1-ton truck and trailer. And I hauled that sucker down to my place, and I'm give completely out. I mean, I'm give completely out. I got in there about just before dark, and a couple of my boys was there, and her brother was there, and I'm too damn tired and sick to unload that stuff.
Just let them sit right here.
And just let them some to sit there. I'll unload them tomorrow. No, they said, so Anna, she went out there and she was helping them unload. And her brother popped off and said, oh, goddamn, if I'd let my wife unload hay while I sat up here in the shade, you know. Well, that didn't go too good. I told that son where he should go.
Get your ass after him.
So I put him to work. Yeah, you gonna have to unload the damn hay, boy. So, got his ass up there unloading that hay and putting it up in the loft of that barn. And he changed his mind for a little bit.
I'll tell you, if you ain't work brittle, you don't need to be.
He hauled that hay out there to Wal Eaton's house, you know, and his son-in-law was there. His daughter and his son-in-law.
I can't believe how he can back here in Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah, he went back there right after I get there.
I'll be darned.
And he's just about dead now. But his son-in-law was there that night that we pulled in there with that load of hay. He said, I'll go out there and unload that hay. He told his
Can't sip anymore.
He said, I'll go out there and
I
unload
don't
that
taste
hay.
it
He said,
anymore.
You old man is too damn old to handle hay. And Al told him, said, what do you want to do? You want to unload it or you want to stack it in the barn? Oh, he said, hell, I'll stack it faster than either one of you guys could throw it off the barn.
Yeah, right.
We like to work that porch.
Oh, I bet you did.
He said that you the workingest two old son of bitches I ever seen.
When I moved over to Clovis, out here out of Fresno, bought 5 acres, and that old pasture. I put stock on it. And there was two 5-acre pieces across the way from me, just nobody doing anything with it. So I found the owners, said, hey, can I lease that from you? $100. $100. So I went over there and planted some hay on it. And my neighbor next door, the guy I bought the place from, he was 72 when I bought the place from him. And I bought it on a 10-year note, all due and payable in 10 years. And he said, that's just about when I'll need it to be paid. You know, it would have been 82. Well, he outlived the note. He outlived the note. But when I bought that place, now, very next couple of months, I leased these two 10-acre pieces over there, and I had Milo on one of them and hay on the other. Get out there to harvest all this shit. My neighbor comes over and he said, hey, you need a hand? I said, well, Lyle, yeah, I need a hand, but hey, don't worry about me. He said, when I get tired, I go to the house. This guy's 70+ years old. We're out there baling it. We had it all baled. We're loading this stuff up on a skid, hauling it to my place, unloading it, stacking it. About 4 or 5 hours into this process, I just picked my hat off of my head and threw it on the ground and said, well, goddammit, I've had enough. We need a rest. He said, yeah, I'm a little thirsty. I could have a drink of water. This man is 73, 4 years old. We got a little drink, we had a little rest, put our hats back on, we went back out and we started harvesting the rest of that shit. But, you know, he's 70+ years old, and when I'm done. If he'd have said, this is it for the day, that would have been good for me.
Yeah.
That would have been really good. I was not prepared to go back. I'm done. When I said that, oh no, it's just a rest. This is just for a glass of water.
Right.
We finished that whole damn thing that day because I wasn't about to give up. Wasn't about. I'm 50-ish, he's 70-ish, and I'm wanting to quit every 20 minutes.
I worked over on the farm before I went to work in the school. This old boy, old Al Eaton, was working over on the farm, and he got me to come over, and I'm driving 50 miles one way to go to work on that farm, and we're working 7 days a week, 12 hours a day.
Oh shit.
And
Long days.
I'm driving one of them big old 4-wheel drive tractors, pulling a 32-foot disc.
Oh shit.
And that's what I hired out for. Well, I worked along there for a long time, and something happened, and this old boy had a shop there that was 60 or 70 foot wide and 100 foot long. And anything happened to one of them tractors, just drive in there and he'd work on it. Well, something happened to my tractor and I drove it in there and I fixed it. Well, old Al, about the time I got mine fixed, I drove it out. Old Al, he drove his in there. He said, mine can't shift it. Said he wanted me to fix it. Well, the boss, he's over there against the wall. He's piddling over there doing something. And about the time I got the top off that transmission and got it set back where you know, he could shift gears with it, why, he pulled the tractor out, and about that time that other guy come in and he said, Dale, I gotta have this welded, you know. I said, well, okay, so I welded it on his tractor. Boss, he's not over listening to all this. And so I worked on tractors all day long, you know, back and forth. And next morning I went out there. Boss, he was piddling right over at the side, and all these guys in there was ready to go to work. I said, I'm gonna tell all you guys something. The next one of you guys come in here with a goddamn broke down tractor and broke down disc, I'm gonna fire your ass. And boss, he just looked up at me and smiled, went back to work. And I was the youngest hand out there, you know. But,
couldn't fire your ass. You couldn't fire nobody.
Hell no.
Is there any food left?
Boy, there's a lot of food left.
Not much wine, but there's a little bit of food.
Is there any napping time left?
He shouldn't need a nap until tomorrow.
Part of 2 years over there before I was working at school, and really enjoyed working out like that. When I left, he offered me $1 an hour to stay, and I wouldn't.
$1 an hour to stay. Well, I'm gonna get my bride and go home here pretty soon. I'm sure she's out there insulting and.
Sit down, Carol. Stay a while.
You wanna see?
No, no,
Oh, so yeah,
no, no, no.
might be like that.
Stay where you are.
Oh yeah, I got that.
Probably didn't look any better than it did the first.
First time you wore it. Where'd you get that from?
Joy brought it in here for me to make them a turtle out of.
A turtle?
Yeah, they got down here in some kind of craft show. They've got a turtle made out of one of these. He's got a deal out here with a valve lifter deal going for a head and legs out of rod iron or something, you know.
I'll be darned.
And curly tail sticking out the back.
She said they sell for $65.
I was gonna say I wouldn't make that into a turtle. You don't see those too often anymore.
You know, this is
You don't see
no
those K-pods anymore.
You don't.
distinguishing
No,
marks, but
I'll tell you what.
$65, I'll put our turtle into there.
A live one.
Yeah. My neighbor's got turtles. He comes over and then gets them out of my swimming pool every once in a while.
Is that right?
Don't it have nets on the inside of them?
Hmm?
Didn't you have nets on the inside of them?
Yeah.
No, this here's a hard hat. You got a liner that goes on the inside of this,
Right.
made out of fiberglass or something. And if you want a net, well, you can put a net over this, you know, for camouflage, and then put your liner in there, and it'll hold it in, hold your net on. Let your net fold in here after you put it over the outside, and then you put it in there, put your liner on it, and that'll hold your net on here, and you put leaves or whatever you want on top here for camouflage.
That's man, a K-pod liner, basically the same thing. Every time I've seen one of those, they've never had a
He's never seen one with the liner inside it.
Oh, is that right?
to protect your head. I've always thought those things just sit right on top of your head.
Just too old.
That thing won't stop a bullet, believe me.
No.
There ain't no way it'll stop
Yeah,
one.
wasn't intended to, I don't think.
Well, if
That's
you
more
got
for
a
strap-
with a
shrapnel.
club and hit you, it might help you, but it damn sure won't keep you.
I don't know why they want people to wear them if they won't protect a bullet.
They damn
Yeah,
sure
more
won't.
for shrapnel and stuff, I
I've
suppose.
seen bullets go in one side of them and out the other.
Yeah.
In the man's head too.
The newer K-pods, they'll stop a bullet.
They will.
Yeah,
The Kevlars?
yeah.
These damn sure won't. This is a World War II deal.
Yeah, I've never seen one with a inside thing that
The liner.
where it sits on your head and
Yeah, well, you got a
Stays
liner
off
fit
your
in
head.
here that's got the deal goes over, you know, fits in here. And you got,
Pretty damn deadly with that one.
Yeah.
But I always wanted that military 45.
that's
Give me
the
that.
hardest gun they ever made.
I tell you what, the old man, Dad, when he first got a settlement there for Social Security, a couple of dogs, and he thought, you know, he said, 10 years ago I could have defended myself and I could have kept them off me, but now, if they would have got over that fence, they would have ate me alive. So he wanted to get him a gun. He went out and got himself a 45 Taurus. And he had it for a while, and it was a nice looking gun. And after a while, he got to where he needed some money for something or something, and he offered to sell me that gun.